is let it out, ventilate your emotions. It's okay to tell people how you feel. It's okay to just let it out, as long as that doesn't become a pattern of complaining. So one of the reasons that we vent, that we talk to people, as long as they agree that they're okay to vent too, is that it gives you a sense of validation that your feelings matter and that it's okay. They also can give you a perspective that you didn't have. Maybe you have a long-seated, belief system that came from someplace else that's no longer the case, and somebody else may say, hey, that didn't really happen. I have one really piece of really great news for you today. So some of you that have been with me a long time are going to say, Candace, really, it's the first time you've ever said this. There's something good about old age. Are you ready? I have not said one good thing about growing older. Here's the one good thing. It turns out that happiness on the scale, on the chart, is a U shape. That in our 20s, we have pretty high happiness. Around our 30s or 40s, we take a big dip in happiness. The pressures of family and all of work, of those things. And then around 50, we start coming back up until almost a level with our 20s. We become happy again. In our 50s, 60s, 70s, around 80s and 90s, it goes down just a little bit. But the reason that we become happy again is that our brains get better at holding on to positive thoughts, positive memories. So in our practice here, we work on adding in more positive feelings. All right, let's start. I'm going to start with a breathing technique, because a couple people have said to me, I don't understand the breathing and you don't spend enough time on it. So sorry if this is too much time. I want you to imagine that your belly is one chamber, and then around the bottom of the ribs is sort of another chamber. And then around your chest and your rib cage is a third chamber. So 3 chambers, the belly, around the ribs, and then the chest. So when we inhale, breathe into the belly. Then breathe into those ribs, fill it up. Then breathe into the chest, fill that up. Then as you exhale, pull the belly in, empty that bottom chamber, squeeze the side ribs in, empty that chamber, and then squeeze the chest. So inhale the belly, the bottom ribs, then the top ribs. Exhale the belly, the middle ribs, and then the chest and the rib cage. So inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale belly, ribs, chest again. So now lower your eyes, and I want you to look inside. I want you to unhook your gears from kind of the mayhem of whatever's going on in your household today, and move here now. So with your eyes closed, continue practicing belly, ribs, chest, belly, ribs, chest. Try to breathe just through your nose if you can, inhaling. But when you exhale, close your throat and make a whispery sound like the seashore. Vibrating energy into the back of your throat. The word yoga means union. Like a marriage, it's things coming together as one. So when we don't really breathe, we don't really bring in air or push out air, what we really do is open up the ribs and create space. The atmospheric pressure of the air inside and outside draws air into the lungs, where there's a gaseous exchange, and then we squeeze. As we relax the diaphragm, the rib cage collapses, and we can squeeze it a little bit more than that. So all we're doing in our practice is creating space. Now stack your vertebrae one by one by one, all the way up to the top. So the back of your head rises up and the back of your neck feels long. Remember that our body is really a fascial web, just meaning that everything is connected. So if you have a pain in your pinky toe, if you have a little emotion that's contracting around your shoulders, every other muscle, every other organ in your body eventually is going to feel the pressure. 2 more of those breaths, belly, ribs, chest. Ujjayi, that just means make that raspy kind of Darth Vader-y sound in the throat as you exhale. and then open your eyes. Let's come around and into hands and knees pose. So remember that there's a reason that we're aligning ourselves like this, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, exhale up to cat pose, round the back, drop the head and the tail. Inhale. Exhale, move into cow pose, extend the spine, turn the toes under. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips and push up and back into downward dog. Now remember, in downward dog, the action is lift your hips up and slide your hips back. Roll the arm bones open and suck the arms into the shoulder sockets. Now what is important in downward dog is that your spine is straight. So from your hands to your hips is a straight line. What's not important is what your legs are doing. They can stay very, very bent. That's fine. Then walk all the way forward and hang like a rag doll. Once again, what is important is that your upper body is as vertical, head under the hips as possible. What's not important is that the legs are straight, so bend the knees. Now I want you to wiggle and shimmy the shoulders, right, left, and then let them go. Then tick-tock your head side to side. Twist your head, turn left, right. Nod your head up and down, chin to chest and away, then let your head hang. Bring your hands to your knees and then roll up, squeezing the abdominals, rounding through the spine, and come all the way up. Let's bring the hands together in front of the heart. So widen the feet so they're as wide as the shoulders. Rock to the toes, rock to the heels. Then press down evenly through both soles of the feet. Squeeze the abdominals in and up, in and up. Bring your hands to the top rim of the pelvic bowl and push your hips forward so your hips actually move forward, kind of over your toes. Then lift the belly out and up, and then rock the upper body back. Drop your chin down. Now keep a lot of pressure here. Your hands are actually kind of pushing forward. Inhale. Exhale, come back up. Let's try that again. Inhale, fill belly, ribs, lungs. Exhale, push the hips forward, squeeze the belly, squeeze the ribs, squeeze the chest. Inhale. Exhale, come back up. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, push the hips forward, lift the belly forward and up, bow the body back. Now as you exhale, dive all the way forward. So let the arms go, let them just hang. I'm going to call this ragdoll for today because I want you to get the feeling that I'm letting it all out. So let's say we're friends, and you can tell me anything. And I'm asking you today to let it all out, all your fears and frustrations, all the things that are going on in your mind that are holding lodged deep in the muscles of your body. So you can shimmy, shake the shoulders, wiggle the head around, soften the skin on the back of the neck. Walk the hands forward, walk back into plank pose. So you know there's many different versions of plank pose. You can be hands, toes, you can be elbows, knees, you can be all the way on your belly, wherever you are in your plank pose. But wherever you are, create a long line. Inhale up that center line, like you're collecting your energy. Exhale, radiate outward. Lower all the way down. However you get there, do it safely. Slide your hands a little bit back, closer to your waist. Now point your toes and squeeze your leg bones together. Inhale. As you exhale, lift the head, the chest, and the shoulders, and shine the chest forward. So imagine the sternum rising up with a string. Now squeeze the legs together and lift the leg bones up too. So hollow out the low back. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. Inhale. Exhale, push up into hands and knees. Inhale. Exhale, just turn the toes under. Roll the arm bones open so that they're not scrunched inward, but rolled out. Inhale. Exhale, press back into downward dog. Remember, the action is hips up, hips back. Inhale. Now as you exhale, extend your left leg back and behind you. Now I've worked with a lot of you, so I know this is a challenging pose, this one. So you may want to either leave the leg down or do this on hands and knees, either way. From here, just bend and straighten this top leg. Bend and straighten like you're kicking. Now straighten the leg and circle your ankle around. I know this is a challenge. Feel free to come down. You don't have to do everything. Circle the other way. Good. And then bring that leg down. Reach the right leg up and back. So if you can do this, try pushing further back and then bend and straighten this top knee. Yes, like that. Maybe 2 or 3 more. Then straighten the leg and circle the ankle around. Keep the arms strong and holding. Now circle the other way. And then bring that leg all the way down. Walk all the way forward, hang like a rag doll. So this pose, this hanging forward fold is the key. We're going inside. We're reunifying the mind into the body. B.K.S. Iyengar, the great yoga guru, once said, the mind is the king of the body. But then he also said the breath is the king of the mind. Bring the hands to the knees and roll up slowly, scooping the lower abdominal muscles inward, forcing the air up and out of the lungs. Let's move again. Bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, circle up. With the arms framing the face, extend back. Keep the chin down, so don't throw your head behind your body. Push the hips forward. Inhale, come up. Now the feet a little bit separated, sit back into chair pose. I'm going to challenge you today. So you know you're home. You're doing this in your own time. You don't have to do all of these things. Now I know as that you sit in chair pose with your abdominals pulled in and your tailbone pressing back. I know you want to get out of this pose. Breathe. Breathe under the pressure of wanting to be out of a situation that seems too hard for you to endure. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, dive into forward fold. Step back through plank pose. So hands stay kind of under the chest. And your plank pose could be hands and knees. Your plank pose could be laying all the way on the floor. That's fine. Find the abdominals, pull them in. Expand the ribs with your inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders, squeeze the legs together and lift your legs up. Salambhasana or locust pose. Make the Ujjayi sound every time you exhale. And come down. Slide your hands down next to your waist. Push back into child's pose. That is up and all the way back and down. Take 2 breaths. Feel the belly. Feel the ribs. Feel the chest. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Squeeze the ribs. Inhale. Exhale, come up to hands and knees. Really splay the fingers open. So you're really wanting this feeling like I'm grabbing onto something. I have some sense of control. Inhale. Exhale, back to downward dog. Let's try this again. Extend the left leg up and back. Kick the knee a few times in and out. Shake the head, let it hang down. Leave the leg long, circle the ankle around. And the other way. Point and flex that foot. Stop. Drag that left knee into your chest and hold it there. And then extend up and back. Bring that foot down. Try the right side. So lift the right leg up and back. Bend and straighten. By now you're saying, really? All of this today, Candace, on a Monday? You can do this. Straighten your leg out. Circle your ankle around. Breathe. Go the other way. Point and flex. Stop. Drag the knee into the chest and hold. Collect all of your energy and motion. Extend the leg up and back again. 3-legged downward dog. And then bring that leg down. Walk all the way forward. Hang in forward fold. Ragdoll. Let go of the stress and the pain, the frustration and the fear. Know that your feelings are valid, whatever it is you're feeling. So we're inoculating ourselves today by giving ourselves love, by giving ourselves acceptance, by giving ourselves the approval
that we're always looking outside for. If I know who I am, if I believe in my inner intelligence, a wisdom, and a natural flow of abundance, then I'm not looking outside. Bring your hands to your knees and roll slowly all the way up. Okay, this time I'm really going to add on to that flow. So you do you. Don't worry about me. Hands together. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, extend back. Brace the core. Lengthen the front and the back part of the spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. So arms sucked in, abdominals pulling inward and upward. So that there's this fountain of energy riding up in the front and the back of the body, holding you there. And then come back up. Circle the hands to the heart. Pause. Balance on your left foot. So you're splaying out those left toes. Then lift the right knee. Twist the leg bone and cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Yes. Let this right knee fall open. And then sit back into chair. Don't let me disturb you. You do what you gotta do. So pretend if you have to. Pretend like you love yourself. Pretend like you approve of what you're doing. Pretend like you accept this, whatever is happening. Come all the way up. Let's unhook that leg and flow. Circle up. Extend back. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk into plank pose or stay where you are. I'm always going to come back up in all of this plank pose. Brace the lower abdominals. Know where your strength is. Find the breath. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale slowly all the way down. Point the toes. Lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Bow from the lower ribs up to the chest. Squeeze the legs together and lift the legs and the chest up evenly. 2 breaths here. Pull the shoulders onto the back vigorously. Exhale down. Walk the hands next to the side ribs. Push all the way back into child's pose. Feels so good. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. All we're doing today is creating space. All we're doing today is creating space. We have to create space in our bodies to let energy in motion, emotion, flow. We have to create energy in our relationships. We have to create space. 2. Exhale, come back up to hands and knees. Press the fingers down, turn the toes. Brace the abdominals, pull the sides of the shoulders out, and then move into downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Walk all the way forward to forward fold. Inhale. Ujjayi. Exhale. Bring the hands to the knees and roll all the way up. Let's try this again. So standing with the hands at the heart, balance on your right foot. Open up those right toes. Engage the lower abdominals and lift the left knee. Twist the leg open and cross. Thigh over knee. And let this knee fall open. As you exhale, find inner balance and push back. The way to create balance is to add more of what you need. So more positivity, more belief and self-love, even if you have to pretend. Pretend that you love yourself. Pretend that what you're doing is okay. Pretend santosha. I am content. Keep the heart lifting, so don't round the back and then come up. Bring the foot to the floor, circle up, extend back. Good. Feels so good. Forward fold. Step back to plank pose. So this is a pretty vigorous, challenging practice today, I know. Lower all the way down, slow and strong. Point the toes, inhale, make a long line from tailbone to head, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders, bow. Squeeze the leg bones together, lift the legs up at the same time. So vigorously now squeeze around the kidneys, around the low back area, and then let all the way down. Slide your hands next to your ribs, push back into child's pose, let it out. Be patient with yourself. You're going through a lot. Your feelings are valid. Give yourself the approval you wish you had from others, because you don't need it from others. Be happy for those who are successful. In yoga, that's called mudita. Be happy for those who are successful. Let's do this one more time. Exhale up to hands and knees. Brace your core, turn your toes. Exhale back to downward dog. Hips up, hips glide back. Walk all the way forward to forward fold. Let it out, let it out, let it out. So energy in motion, or emotion, can be good for us. Emotion can be good for us. Roll all the way up. Find the breath and latch on to a natural, organic rhythm. So just like we hopefully go to sleep when it gets dark and we wake up when it's light, there's a natural rhythm. Let's balance on the left foot, lift the right knee. Then slowly step all the way back into a high lunge. So this right leg steps all the way back and lands and holds. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, extend back. Good. Let it all out, let it all out, let it all out. Come up, turn right. Land this back leg by twisting the leg bone, and then stretch out and sit down into warrior two. So the arms radiate out from the heart. 2 breaths. Turn back to the front, leave that back heel seated down on the floor. So feel how hard it is to turn your hips, right? They want it to stay right. See if you can twist. If they can't, then you may have to readjust this back foot until they're mostly straight to the front. Extend back again as you inhale. Come up, straighten this front leg. Exhale into a forward fold over this front leg. Inhale, exhale. Good, so now bend this front knee, then step forward into forward fold. Ragdoll. So we're inhaling the belly, inhaling the ribs, inhaling the chest. Create space. Roll all the way up. Keep scooping and collecting energy. So it's going up through the spine, waking up. Let's try this again. Balance on your right leg. Lift your left knee. Pause and hold. Slowly step all the way back into high lunge. Inhale and circle the arms overhead. Exhale, extend back. You guys look great. Come all the way up, take a left turn. So land the back heel, sit down, and make sure that the hips are level. For many of us, this is the first opportunity we have to see ourselves in a camera. So you can see whether your hips are always chronically sort of tipped to one side or not. So find level with the earth. Inhale those ribs. Exhale, soften out through the shoulders, wiggle the fingertips. Turn back to the front. Notice how hard it is to turn the hips. So move from the hips first, and then the belly, then the chest. You may have to wiggle this back leg further forward in order to get into that. Make sure this front knee stays bent. For another 2 breaths. Depress the shoulders down. Inhale, straighten this front leg. Exhale, dive over that leg, sending the hips to the back. 3 breaths here. I've taken you through a really challenging obstacle course of movement here to unlock emotion. But you have to do that with kindness and compassion. Bend this front knee, then step forward to forward fold. I accept myself. Just for this moment, I'm going to pretend that I love myself, that it's okay that I'm going through a struggle right now. It's okay that I'm going through a challenge. From here, step back into plank pose. So walk your feet all the way back last time through plank pose. I know this is a struggle. 3 breaths. Know that you are healing. Take in that breath and make space for it. Then lower all the way down. This time, stack your hands. Let your head or forehead rest on the back of your hands, and then turn your leg bones out. I want to practice breathing again. Inhale the belly. Inhale the lower ribs. Inhale into the upper chest. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Squeeze the ribs. Relax the chest. Belly, ribs, chest. Belly, ribs, chest. Breath by breath. May I be patient with myself. May I give myself the approval that I seek. Breath by breath, I am healing. I'm allowing for a different perspective to come in. I'm not allowing old stories to perpetuate my suffering. Breath by breath, soften the shoulders and the back of the neck. Any residue of pain and suffering that I'm holding on to slowly melts, muscle by muscle. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready now, begin to lift your head, make your way up and into hands and knees pose. Go slow. That was a big transition there. Then move from cat to cow. So round and extend. And what I want you to learn to do here is to integrate your breath. We've been working a lot on the breath. So imagine maybe a string from around the middle of your belly, like the top of your belly, and that string threads up from your low back up into the sky, and then it pulls down. So move from the center of the belly, down and up, but then integrate the pattern of the flow of breath. Belly, ribs, chest. Belly, ribs, chest. If you're good at learning dance moves, you inhale at cow, you exhale at cat. So you inhale and open up the front body and fill it with energy. You exhale and squeeze the front body, forcing everything out. Remember, our goal today is to create space so we can let it out. We're all holding on to a little extra tension, a lot of extra tension. We all feel out of balance, and we need this time to work on ourselves. So stay tuned in to the body for guidance. We're looking for steadiness in the middle of a storm. 2 more times. And release. Let's come around to a seated pose. We'll bring the feet out and in front. hold on to the back of your leg. So if you can, wrap your arms around, and I'm actually holding on to my wrist. Then pull back. Drop your head and pull back so your shoulders are being pulled forward. So hang on to your legs and pull back. Now I'm going to switch hands here because that kind of one arm was doing a better pull than the other, and pull back. Best that you can, fill your back body with that energy of motion. Emotion. It's okay to have emotions. To restore equilibrium, we need to let it out sometimes. They build up. It's okay to vent, as long as it doesn't become a pattern of complaining without ever taking action. Remember, karma, action. We have to do something with what we know. Come up. Now slowly roll all the way to the mat. So take your time, come down. When you come down, hug your knees in. Reach your arms up overhead, drop your knees and hips to one side. I want you to land here safely. Close your eyes and breathe the spiral of your spine. Keep breathing the belly. In this case, one side ribs and the chest. The belly, the side ribs, and the chest. And then slowly make your way over to the other side. When you get there, I want you to gently land. Then once you get there, breathe the belly, side ribs, and the chest. Again. All yoga asks from you is that you show up with devotion. So even though we're in a pose of repose, we're in a pose where we're sort of relaxing, it's important for you to stay with the breath guiding the mind. And then the mind enters into the body, and it opens up more space for healing, for the transformation from pain to steadiness. Belly, ribs, and chest.
Okay, so relax into whatever it is you're lying on. I want you to try to pretend that you love yourself. Release all of your muscles now. Soften any places that feel tight. I want you to believe that you are loved, that you are accepted. Now every time I say, "May I be," I want you to release more and more of any tension, any contraction, or any holding. May I be patient. May I be patient with myself. May I be patient with people that I love. May I be patient with everyone. Now let your belly become soft. Let your in-breath move your belly up, and your out-breath relax your belly. Follow this in-breath without forcing, pushing, or trying, and follow the out-breath, letting it all out. Softer and softer. You are healing. Surrender and know that you are supported. Feel a sense of happiness, a state of bliss without any trying. Witness your body as a good space. Now relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Keep showing up for yourself. Within me is the blueprint for happiness. Within me is all of the resources and abundance that I desire. All I have to do is unfold. And the body becomes more calm. May I be patient, and your body relaxes a little bit more. May I be patient with myself. May I be patient with the ones I love. May I be patient with everyone. Keep opening up and dissolving any barriers to your happiness. Now soften around your heart. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Slowly roll onto your side. Take a deep breath in, let your back ribs open out, and let it go. Your eyes now open, push off the floor and come back up. Sitting up in Sukha, which means a good, easy, safe pose. Put your hands together and bring your thumbs to your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. May I be patient. May my healing serve everyone, everywhere. May all beings be at peace as I am now. Open your eyes, lift your head. Inhale and circle your arms up over your head. Fill the lungs, let the ribs expand. Exhale, circle the hands back into the heart. I bow to you. Namaste.